Control, this is Unit 4. Haul road clear for the next run. Over.
Every truckload begins the transformation of raw copper ore into the cables that power modern life.
This open-pit mine represents the crucial first phase of extraction.
The data confirms the highest yield in this sector, and let's proceed with the haul.
Geological survey reports high concentration in Sector Gamma. Adjusting extraction plan for heavy haulers.
Copy, engineer. We'll reroute the next 3 units.
These colorful veins are the first visible sign of copper hidden inside the mountain.
Water trucks, maintain spray pattern Alpha over the blast zone. Haul road 7 is clear for extraction. Blasting sequence underway in Sector 4. Confirm clear path for the haul truck.
Roger that. The road is clear. Proceeding now.
This is where the copper journey becomes unstoppable, one powerful bucket at a time.
Load complete. You are clear to proceed to the primary crusher. Watch your speed on the grade.
Alpha 1 is clear. Bravo 2, hold short of the berm, then proceed when directed.
Before copper can be refined, these giant rocks must be broken down into workable pieces.
All right, keep it steady. We've got flow at the Grizzly.
Breaker is clear. Truck 42, you are good to proceed to the load zone.
Inside the crusher, mountain-sized ore begins its first real step toward becoming pure copper.
Maintain flow rate at 20 tons per hour. Stand by for the next haul.
Roger, 20 tons, standing by.
These stockpiles keep the copper plant running smoothly, feeding the next stage hour after hour.
This massive yellow bulldozer moves over 1,000 tons of copper ore every hour, demonstrating the scale of modern extraction.
Crusher 3, vibration level steady. Moving to flotation soon.
Roger that. Monitor the flow rate.
Precise screening separates the ore into the sizes needed for efficient processing.
Control room, slurry flow is stable at 20,000 cubic meters per hour. The concentration is holding steady.
This is the heart of the operation, the semi-autogenous grinding mill. It uses the ore itself to break down the larger rocks. The separation efficiency is holding.
Good. Let's maintain the flow rate into the thickeners.
We have good separation on the concentrate line. Noted. Keep me updated on the density readings.
In flotation, tiny bubbles help lift valuable copper minerals away from unwanted rock.
The thickener underflow density is stable at 1.45. Proceeding with the 5-minute sample interval.
After water is removed, the copper concentrate becomes dense, rich, and ready for smelting.
Control, this is Alpha.
The concentrate looks good. Moisture levels stable.
Copy that, Alpha. Keep us posted on the dryer.
We have consistent flow from the channels. pH levels look good at the sampling station.
Control, this is the stockyard. The auto sampler is engaged and running smoothly. Loader Baker, you are clear to proceed to the smelter. The load is secure.
Now the concentrate enters the smelter, where heat separates copper from the remaining minerals. Base, this is Unit 4. We have consistent flow from the dryer. No issues on the conveyor.
Control room, the concentrate flow rate is stable at 20 tons per hour. We are proceeding with the sampling sequence. Powdered concentrate reacts instantly in the furnace, releasing heat and forming molten copper matte.
Smelter control, this is the converting floor. Ladle 4 is approaching the anode wheel. Clear the transfer path.
From here, the concentrate moves like a valuable cargo toward the heart of copper production.
All teams, maintain current parameters. Smelting sequence on schedule. Anode transfer commencing.
The movement of concentrate connects the mine, the plant, and the smelter into one continuous system.
All parameters are green. Continue the pour. Minimize splashing near the sensor array.
Ladle 3 is secured. Crane, you are clear to proceed with the lift to the converter.
Control, we are initiating the pour sequence now. Maintain temperature at 1200 degrees Celsius. Ensure molds are cycling correctly.
The anode furnace prepares molten copper for casting into plates used in electrolytic refining.
Anode casting sequence complete. Temperatures are nominal.
Confirmed. Control. Initiating rotation cycle.
Control room to casting. Maintain flow rate at 20 tons per hour. Stand by for ladle transfer.
Every adjustment helps keep the furnace stable, efficient, and safe. Maintain the current tilt angle. Flow rate is stable at 20 tons per hour.
Station 4, the cast is proceeding smoothly. We are clear for the next rotation.
Here, liquid copper begins taking the solid shape needed for purification.
Casting sequence initiated on line 3. Maintain flow rate.
Every movement of molten copper is carefully controlled by skilled operators and heavy-duty equipment.
Pouring steady at 40 tons per hour. Maintain current temperature.
The converter temperature is stable at 1200 Celsius.
Proceed with the automated tilt.
This hall brings together heat, chemistry, engineering, and human skill on an enormous scale.
Control, the pour is steady. Maintain current parameters until shift change. Over.
In these molds, refined molten copper begins its next life as heavy anode plates.
All systems nominal. Maintain current flow rate until instructed otherwise. Stand by for cooling phase transition.
Multiple casting lines keep production moving, while every pour stays carefully controlled.
Cooling cycle complete. Proceed to stacking area 3. Over.
Control, this is A. Heat signature is stable. Approaching the cooling section now.
Cooling locks the anodes into shape before they move on to final purification.
Cycle complete. Anode secured. Proceed with crane lift to Station 4. Automation helps handle the heavy anodes safely, accurately, and without slowing production.
Crane operator, hold position at grid marker 4. Waiting for clearance.
Anode transport commencing. All stations report clear. The pour is steady. Clean droplets reveal the moment purified copper leaves the electrolyte bath.
Control, the path is clear. Proceed to Station 4. Over.
Modern refining combines physical production with real-time digital supervision.
We've hit a new peak in the refining stage.
Confirmed, the casting line is running smoothly at maximum throughput.
Cathode cleaning cycle complete. Crane initiating transfer sequence to the furnace area.
These polished cathodes are the pure copper foundation for rods, wires, and cables.
Cathode descent initiated. Approaching melt zone.
maintaining temperature synchronization.
Temperature stable at 1200. We are clear for the drop.
Copy that, lowering the charge now.
Automation moves the heavy cathodes with accuracy before the next melting stage begins.
Control room, the copper rod quality looks consistent, maintaining current speed and temperature settings.
Continuous casting turns molten copper into a solid form that can be rolled into rod.
Monitor the temperature on the third stand. We're seeing a slight rise.
I see it. Adjusting the water flow now.
Precision cutting keeps the hot copper moving through the line at the correct length and rhythm.
The temperature on line 3 is stable. Good, keep the cooling jets optimized for the next run.
Check the tension on line 3. Make sure the cooling jets are clear. Powerful rollers stretch the copper thinner and longer with every carefully controlled pass.
Cathode levels are optimal in tank 3. Proceeding with the coil transition.
Check the tension on stand 5. The readout is fluctuating.
Adjusting the parameters now. It's stabilizing. Cooling stabilizes the copper rod after rolling, preparing it for coiling and wire drawing.
All zones clear. Temperature stable. Initiating transfer to the rolling mill.
Furnace temperature steady at 850. Roger that. Coiling speed looks good from here.
From this control cabin, engineers keep the entire rod line synchronized, from casting to coiling.
Control, this is Bay 2. We have a clean cut and the spool is slowing. Ready for pickup.
Before drawing begins, every copper rod is measured to make sure it meets exact standards.
Drawing reduces the copper step by step, while annealing keeps it flexible for electrical use.
Even a single wire carries the result of mining, smelting, refining, and precision engineering.
Across the hall, thousands of meters of copper wire are produced with speed and precision.
Every spool is wound with exact tension, so the wire stays clean, straight, and ready for the next process. These plastic pellets will melt into the protective insulation that surrounds the copper wire. Sensors check the insulation continuously, making sure the cable is safe and consistent. Confirming shipment 402 arrival at Bay 3.
Over.
Spool 143 cleared for loading.
Roger, bring it around.
A tight protective wrap keeps moisture, dust, and damage away during transport.
Base, this is Unit 4. Pallet 22 is secured and en route to the loading bay.
Accurate weight checks make sure every shipment is documented and ready for logistics.
Verify the count on the manifest. Copy that, dispatch. Backing in now.
Control, this is Dock 4. We are clear for the next shipment of copper spools. Over.
Spool is secure in the container. Roger, lifting the chains now. Automated warehouse movement carries the finished spools toward the final shipping zone.
Truck 42, you are clear to exit. Bay 3, ready for the next load.
The loaded truck marks the handoff from factory production to real-world distribution.
All right, the copper cables are loaded. Clear the gate for truck 157.
Copy that, rolling now.
Unit 7, verify manifest for insulated copper.
Confirmed. Dispatch. Bill of lading is signed.
The product that started as copper ore is now ready to travel across the supply chain.